Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my developer diary, I guess you could call it. Sort of a sneak peek into what I've been doing recently and what my secret project that I've been mentioning for the last couple of days in my videos now and again is all about. So we'll get right into this, but before we do, I just want to make sure that everyone understands this. It's not an entirely new submod on its own, it's in fact an extension of the original Kings of Rivers and Hills submod. Mainly because I'm nowhere near as skilled as those guys, so what I'm doing is using their work and repositioning stuff, relocating skins, moving all the files around, and pretty much creating a alternate scenario inside the Rivers and Hills submod that is in fact the War of Conquest, with Aegon the Conqueror landing in the Crown Lands and etc. You know the backstory for all of that. So yeah, we'll get right into this. Namely, it's just to show you guys what I've been working on so far. It's still very in the early development stages. But I've made a new map system here. These are the lands that all the factions will control. Most of them control them in the game right now, but the families and the family trees and generals aren't all in the right places, and I haven't edited those properly just yet. But yeah, I'll let you have a look at this. Don't ignore the descriptions, because I haven't changed those either yet, so yeah. Anyway, you got House Lannister, who's still in the Westerlands. House Hoar, who, have you noticed, will control the Riverlands, the Iron Islands, and the Arbor. I'm not sure whether or not they're going to control the Arbor. I'm trying to find reference to whether or not they controlled it during the Conquest, but for now, House Hoar has defeated House Mud, pushed them back. Well, actually, lore-wise, if you don't already know this, the Storm Kings originally defeated House Mud, took the Riverlands, and then the Ironborn beat back the Storm Kings and took the Riverlands. And then Aegon came and burned down Harrenhal with the last of House Hoar's family members. The guy inside was named Harren the Black, Harrenhal in Harrenhal. So, you know, Harrenhal, Harren the Black, House Hoar. That's where that comes from. So yeah, Storm Kings control the Stormlands, although House Targaryen has taken much of the Crown Lands and pushed them back quite the majority. Recently, they've had quite a bit of a falling out over a marriage agreement. I believe the Storm King's offered his daughter's hand to Aegon. Aegon refused and offered his supposed bastard brother, Oris Baratheon, to the daughter instead. The Storm King took that as a offence and pretty much said, go screw yourself, cutting off the hands of the envoy and sending it back to him. So, yeah, shortly after that, Aegon sent a message out to everyone and said, there can be only one, and pretty much pissed off everyone. So yeah, the Boltons are in the north. As you can see, they only control the Dreadfort and Widow's Watch. Widow's Watch, one, because I wanted them to have a degree of land so that they could actually stand up against Stark if need be. And two, well yeah, if they just had the Dreadfort, they'd be screwed. I'm going to make it so that the current Lord of the Dreadfort is in fact married to Lady Flint. So it explains them having control of that location. In order to give Bolton a bit of a chance, what I'm going to do is make up a little bit of backstory to what King Torrhen is doing in the north. I'm going to give him a son that's not mentioned, that's just come of age, and they're celebrating his... King Torrhen's holding a feast at Winterfell, and they're celebrating his son's name day. So the majority of the Northmen bannermen and most of the forces in the north are all around Winterfell, leaving Carhold, Last Hearth, and White Harbour relatively undefended. So if House Bolton wants to strike out against the north, and, for instance, declare for House Targaryen, then they'll have a shot to do that. Although it will be a limited time window. The AI might just kill them all, though. I haven't tested any of it yet. It's not all in position either, so it's future stuff. House Gardener controls all of the Reach, as well as the Sun House, which they've retaken, obviously. They may control the Arbor at some point. Like I said, I'm looking for references to whether or not the Ironborn actually controlled the Arbor during the time. I don't know yet. House Stark is no longer in open rebellion with the Boltons of the Dreadfort. They'll start off allied with them, or simply neutral. Probably allied, though, if I can figure out how to do that. So they control all of the north, including Bear Island, which King Jon Stark, I believe, won it from in a wrestling match against the Ironborn there. But yeah, they share borders with the Ironborn. I was a tad bit worried about House Hoar being rather overpowered. But if you think about it, House Hoar is going to have the north attacking them, the Vale attacking them, the Lannisters attacking them, the Reach attacking them, and Aegon attacking them. So, while they're going to be considerably powerful, they are going to be considerably surrounded. So, yeah. Anyway, moving on. House Targaryen itself. I have put a random, just shitty description into the thing just to make sure it all worked. I made a little character for Aegon, a little portrait for him, and I've changed all the names and everything. He started off as Byzantine. But yeah, as you see on the map, if you keep an eye on the map, it changes every time I click on a new faction. House Martell controls all of Dorne and is allied to Yronwood. Obviously, the Yronwood's little war with Dorne is with the Martells is it's over pretty much. They're reluctant friends right now. Well, right now actually they're enemies, but I need to change that. I don't know how. Yronwood, like I said, controls Yronwood and Kingsgrave as well, just to give them a little bit of a bordering colony. I was half tempted to remove them, kind of like how I was half tempted to remove the Boltons. But it does give the South in it gives Dorne a certain thing to like fight each other for a bit if need be, rather than just letting them, you know, it's like sort of like a buffer between factions. So the North will have something to an enemy to attack rather than just the Ironborn, and Dorne will have Martell, sorry, will have someone to attack rather than just the Storm Kings or the Gardener. So they have to get past Yronwood or becomes friends with Yronwood in order to get through the Dawn, kind of thing. That's the theory anyway. I might end up just getting lazy and removing them, but it's doubtful. Even if it takes a little bit longer, I'll probably keep him in just for a bit of flavour. House Aaron, of course, controls the Vale. Eventually, I believe, the Lord of the Vale at the time was a young boy who bent the knee to Aegon's sister when she pretty much flew up to the Eyrie, landed in the courtyard, and the boy pretty much said, "I want to ride a dragon," and then bent the knee afterwards. So yeah, first things first, we'll actually go into the game now and show you what I've done on the campaign map. Once again, it's all work in progress. The majority of the factions do control the right settlements and locations, though, other than places like the Eyrie, not the Eyrie, the Arbor, sorry, that I'm not too sure about. I did change the loading screens, but they're like 200 of them, so I gave up halfway through. I had a little banner at the bottom that said War of Conquest. Yeah, we'll keep the Rivers&Hills thing, because obviously it's an extension of the Rivers&Hills submod rather than anything else. So, this is House Targaryen. Still very much a work in progress. As you can see, Targaryen sigil. I've got the Targaryen sigils there. We've got all their stuff. They control Dragonstone, Driftmark, Duskendale, Stokesworth, Rook's Rest, Rosberry, Antlers, and Maidenpool. I was going to start off with Aegon and his sisters at Dragonstone itself, but I figured it's a lot better, and, you know, if they just had Dragonstone, they wouldn't get anywhere. So what I've done is Aegon has landed, and he's taken the considerable amount of the Crown Lands. First of all, they landed at Stokesworth, which I have got on Stokesworth here, and the member trait. House Stokesworth is a noble house from the Stormlands. They bent the knee to Aegon without any bloodshed. They actually bent the knee to Aegon's sister, I believe it was her, or her, this one. Your orders, but they bent the knee without any bloodshed. I think we'll have a Darklyn over here at Rook's Rest. Not sure why he's there. Yeah, here he is. House Darklyn of Duskendale is a noble house that put up a fight against Aegon, but was easily beaten and bent the knee shortly afterwards. He will be at Duskendale. I have no idea why he's over there. I also have this family here. These guys will all have custom portraits when I'm finished with it. House Valerians, when ancient hairs, blah blah blah. They have varying features, blah blah blah. I'm going to make them family members, so if for some reason Targaryen dies out, they can take up the banner, because they are the blood of Valyria as well, if not less so. But yeah, what you all want to see is the actual fucking family members, don't you? Start with King Aegon. All these are... I added the traits and everything at the last second just for, like, looks more than anything. So yeah, of Targaryen blood, blah blah blah. Island of the Dragonstone to Aegon the Conqueror and his sisters, rode from dead dragons to the conquest of the Seven Kingdoms. Legendary conqueror, all-conquering, conquering hero, champion fighter, born to command, genius, blah 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 blah. Politically powerful. So he's got 10 command, which all of the Targaryens have. I mean, they have dragons. You don't need to be a good commander to, you know, kick ass. You have dragons. You're automatically a badass commander. Despite a few discrepancies, this man has only honourable intentions. Aegon did offer his enemies, bend the knee and I'll let you live. So he was far from dreadful, although he was far from the honourable saint. Obviously, the authority of someone with a giant-ass dragon that can swallow mammoths is going to be maxed. I made him a walking bastion of blasphemy, because technically they did usurp the Valyrian gods and go to the Faith of the Seven when he crowned himself king at Old Town. So I figured that was fitting. Yeah.
Noble Lord.
His sister also has... Actually, I forgot to show you the fucking antes, didn't I? Yeah. Look, we got Blackfire, which is the fabled sword of Aegon Targaryen that's passed down between the Targaryen line of kings. +5 to hit points. Now, the traits, the points and stuff that the dragons give is debatable. I just added some random stuff for make it look nice. The Black Dread was one of the great 3 dragons of Aegon the Conqueror. +10 hit points, +10 command, +10 troop morale, and +30% movement points. I may remove the movement points, mainly because it's kind of overpowered. I mean, look at the area that Aegon can cover. All of the Crown Lands, most of the Riverlands, and into the Vale. That's a lot of really, really powerful fucking antics right there. It does need to be powerful, because the Targaryens do need an advantage, but I think we'll definitely change that with the full version when it's all polished. Probably remove the movement points, if not just make it like +10% or 5%, a little bit less overpowered. Dark Sister, he has the same really. It's the famous Valyrian Steel Sword, one of the 2 ancestral swords of House Targaryen, +5 to hit points. All of the dragons have the same stats. We'll change them, like I said. Mainly all the characters have the same stats. I just gave them some basic stuff to represent their general, what their stats are going to be. They'll have full loyalty as well.
Yes, Lord.
As his younger dragon, Meraxes, same troop stats and everything. I will make some custom stats for them, along with like a bio stat to talk about what they're like. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Targaryen, really. There's not too many other stuff that I can show you. I have managed to get the banners in the actual battle map working, so they're Targaryen now. I'm trying to find out how the hell you can replace this, because currently it's still got the Joffrey symbol there, but I'm working on it. As you can see, the Storm Kings control the Stormlands. They've been pushed back to the point. In the actual thing, it doesn't mention him having a son. But in the description for the Storm Kings, I'm going to say that once the war was broken out, the Storm King became a bit paranoid. So he named his bastard son the heir until he sires a son, a trueborn son of his own. So, yeah. It was that, or just give one of his bannermen the title of faction heir, which I did not want. And yeah, he's in there somewhere. We can't show them, though. It also has a daughter as a princess. Dawn, as I said, controls all of Dawn. They are at war with each other, with Yornwood and Martell, but... Did I just say Dawn controls all of Dawn? I don't know what the fuck I'm on about. Martell and Yornwood are still at war with each other, but like I said, I'll change all that later. I just have to move that guy aside. He won't be there. If the Ironborn do end up still having control of the Arbor, it will be relatively weakened and undefended. Because Harren the Black and all of his sons... Yeah, look, the Reach. The Reach is the same as it always was. Same with the Riverlands. Not the Riverlands, Westerlands. The Riverlands is everything that's changed. House Mud's being completely wiped out. The Ironborn control all of it. Harrenhal, once we add it, will be just here. If I can, I'll move Darry Keep just over here. And Harren the Black and the majority of his forces will be here, around Harrenhal. All of the places in the Riverlands are going to have considerably low public order, as well as the bannermen and lords in the Riverlands are going to have low loyalty. And I may even make a full stack of rebels somewhere around the Riverlands just to cause havoc. They, of course, control the Iron Islands as well. Meanwhile, in the north, the Starks control every single bit of the north. Like I said, in order to give House Bolton at least some chance of fighting against Stark before they can do anything to rush over and annihilate them, I'll have the majority of the northern forces and bannermen around Winterfell at the Great Feast for the young prince's name day. As like a celebration and a feast, if you will. So, most of the Stark's forces will be around Winterfell. Last Hearth, Carhold, and Ramsgate and White Harbour, that will be. I still need to remove the script that makes Wolf Den into White Harbour. Because right now, after turn 1, it turns into White Harbour. But it's already supposed to be White Harbour, so yeah. But yeah, all the northern forces will be at Winterfell, feasting and celebrating the young prince's name day, so... House Bolton will have a grand opportunity to quickly strike. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to say that Lord Bolton sent his son and heir to outside of Winterfell to the feast in his place, apologising for his absence. Meanwhile, he's rallying his troops, and his armies are at the borders, ready to head towards Carhold and Last Hearth, as well as Ramsgate as well. So meanwhile, while he sends his son in his place to keep the Lords of the North busy and not so suspicious of his actions, he moves against House Stark in the shadows, kind of thing. That's the plan anyway. It's still very much in the early development stage. I want to move Stokesworth somewhere like over here, or just remove it, and add not King's Landing, because King's Landing wasn't actually completely like built. The Red Keep and everything wasn't built until Aegon's son's rule. So unless I can figure out how to add some kind of script that turns Aegon's Hill, which is a settlement that will be where my mouse cursor is right now, here. Because that's what he named the place that he landed, Aegon's Hill. That's where the Red Keep was built. So, yeah, until that's built, maybe if I can figure out how this works, to do a script, much like the one that changes Wolf's Den into White Harbour, that can change Aegon's Hill into the Red Fort or King's Landing. Like 100 turns in or something. Or maybe once you've taken Old Town, or I don't know what the requirements will be. I have no. That's really far future stuff because I have no idea how it will work. So yeah, that's about it really. We've covered everyone, haven't we? The Vale's pretty much all the same. Like I said, I still need to change the family members and the lords and the names and stuff. The Vale's still the same characters. So is the North. The Lannisters are still the same. Hoar's still the same. Gardener's still the same. Dawn is still the same. The only people that I've actually changed to fit the lore and time is Aegon and the Storm Kings have changed their names and everything. You can't see it, but trust me, it's changed. So yeah, that's it for now, guys, really. I just wanted to sort of show you what I've been up to. There's still a lot of more work to do. Major thing that I'm concerned about is the fact that I have absolutely no... the Targaryen cannot recruit anything right now. I need to go into, like, distract models, there's a lot of fucking editing and text file stuff that I need to do that I've never done before, so I need to figure out and learn how to do that. The one good thing is we can build a diplomat. Aegon's gonna take the fucking 7 kingdoms using the power of diplomacy. That's about all we can do right now. So yeah, it's far, far away from being play-worthy. But yeah. So, that's all for now, really. I just wanted to show you guys what I've been up to over the last couple of days. I do have permission to do this, by the way. I was nice enough to ask Duck about it. the creator and leader of the Rivers&Hills submod. Once again, it's going to be an extension to the Rivers&Hills submod, not its own submod. Mainly because I'm using the majority of the work of the incredibly intelligent and highly skilled people that did most of the work for me. So, yeah. Thanks, guys. I hope you like it when I finally get it all polished and done. Hopefully I might get a few people to help me out if they're willing to help. And yeah, mainly with mapping and fucking figuring out how the hell the units work. I could learn myself, but it might take a while. So yeah, guys, hopefully I'll be uploading this. It doesn't really gonna have a schedule. It's more or less when I have some stuff to show you, I'll upload it and show you. So yeah, I hope you're looking forward to seeing this finally completed. I will keep you posted on any news. That is all for now. Soul out.